Okay, fire placement. Inside the teepee from above, if that's dead center of the teepee inside, I put the fire just to that door side of the center. I don't tilt my teepees like some do in order to get the smoke hole directly over my fire. The smoke hole is automatically over the fire because my smoke hole is over here on this side above the door. So it's automatically there. I don't have to tilt my teepee or anything, change the dynamics of it in order to get over that anyway. So anyway, my fire's here. The radiant heat, just a coal bed of fire. This is the thing I like about an open fire inside this teepee. The radiant heat bounces off, comes right back. It bounces off here, and comes back and hits you in the back. Same thing. You don't have to rotate in order to stay warm when standing next to a fire inside of a teepee. The light color of my teepee made it extremely apparent that the radiant heat would bounce off of the walls of the teepee to keep the entire teepee feeling warm. That is what makes a teepee so comfortable in cold weather with a small fire. It is amazing how these things radiate, well, with a light colored tarp anyway, how they radiate the heat back, the radiant heat, the infrared heat back into the middle. If you're standing here, that heat bounces off the walls and comes back and gets you in the back. It warms your backside. If you're standing here, that heat reflects off of the sides back in and warms your backside. That is an amazing aspect of teepees that most have never considered. Anyway, with a teepee, you can have an open fire inside. As long as your smoke hole is large enough, the smoke level inside will, the larger the hole, the higher the smoke level inside. You're going to have smoke inside. My smoke level on the teepee that I have showing actual at a campsite, my smoke hole is just a little bit too small, and the smoke level would hover at, if this is my head, it would hover right about here. That means I would have to duck down to walk around inside or get to choking on smoke. If I increase the size of that by 1 foot or 2 foot, that smoke level would go up. Smoky up here, clear down here. But that's the nature of a teepee. If you don't like smoke or the smell of smoke, you might not like a teepee. But if you want to stay warm, a teepee will do it for you. I am certain of that. First night I stayed in a teepee, it dropped to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. We built a very small fire. And within a few moments of the fire actually being there, it was toasty inside that teepee. Not because it warmed all the air inside the teepee, but it was the radiant heat, the infrared heat that bounced off of the sides and back to get my backside, and the radiant heat from the fire just coming to me. It was like very comfortable inside the teepee within a matter of moments after the fire was going. Now, as for warming the air inside of a teepee, it's going to be hard to do if you have a wind blowing. Let's do it with a blue one here. You have a cold wind blowing. It's going to suck all the heat out of the air inside anyway. So as long as you're keeping your body warm, you're fine. Now that small fire died out, but there was a bed of coals there. Those bed of coals done the same thing. But as soon as the fire goes out, it gets cold. That's the thing about a teepee. Any tent. As soon as the heat source is gone, it gets cold rapidly. That's just the nature of tents. Anyway, I thought people would be interested in that little bit of knowledge. I'll try to do more videos. The next one I'll show how I lash my poles together at the top. That was a problem I solved with a simple ring and your smoke hole. I can seal mine up to where there's no bigger than about an 8-inch hole at the top, even though I was using 15 plus poles. It's how you lay them together. It can get 3 foot in diameter at the top unless you devise a method to group them tightly. I did. I will show that in my next video. Thank you.